Welcome to a brand new episode of the Metal Matt Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Metal Matt. And today we're going to be looking at, another artist, much like a couple weeks ago, and stepping a bit out of my comfort zone in terms of hard rock and heavy metal. This time we're going to be looking at a pop artist. And her name is Charli XCX. And so this should be a very interesting episode, to say the least. And we'll be there in just a couple minutes. But first, let's take a look at some shout-outs. First of all, Chucky's Playground, great place to be. Just really awesome place. If you haven't signed up, definitely sign up, because just an awesome place. You just hang out all the time. We were jamming last night. So we were listening to all kinds of music there. So, it's definitely a fun place to be. Definitely a great place to hang out. Awesome people there as well. So definitely join us, because it is just an awesome place to be. And another shout out to Movie Mayhem with Spanky and G. They recently did a episode on Radio Flyer. That was a great episode as well. Their podcast is always very entertaining, definitely. So definitely check them out, because they're great chemistry and they're just very entertaining to listen to. So today's episode, we're going to be focusing on a pop artist. Because even though my name is Metal Matt, and even though my favorite genre is hard rock and heavy metal, I do like to listen to some pop music every now and then. I don't listen to it all the time. I'm usually listening to heavy metal and rock and all that stuff. But sometimes I will listen to pop music. And today's artist is probably one of the latest up-and-coming pop stars. And that's Charli XCX. And the way I discovered Charli XCX was kind of like two stories, kind of. Well, I think I really first heard of her when she did that fancy song with Iggy Azalea. That's how I really first, knew about her. Then she was recommended to me by my very good friend Chucky115 Awesome, because I think, he's a big fan of her. So he definitely recommended her to me, and I decided to listen to it. And, we're going to find out exactly what I thought of them. So let's go ahead and check it out. And this might be a bit of a short episode, shorter than usual, because Charli XCX today has really only released 2 albums. So this might be a bit of a short episode, but let's go ahead and get things started. I'm going to be taking a look at her first album, and that is True Romance. And this album is pretty interesting because it's not necessarily the kind of pop music that you would think it would be. It's a bit more darker than normal pop music. I've heard it be described as dark wave, and I would definitely agree with that. It's not really very light or stuff like that. I would probably go so far as to say it was almost gothic in a sense, kind of. But it's pretty dark, not necessarily like dark, but, but like lighter, but not necessarily the pop music that we're all familiar with. You look at all these pop artists, and they're all very light and very happy-go-lucky. And it's not necessarily that way in terms of True Romance. But it does have a very unique sound for a pop artist, just really interesting sound. I wouldn't really say it's my favorite Charli XCX album, but I do think it is a good album nonetheless. Tracks on there are really awesome, like Nuclear Seasons. That's a really good one as well. You Ha 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 is also really good as well. Set Me Free is also good as well. And just really pretty good album. Again, wouldn't really say it's my favorite one, but I do like it. It's a a bit unique from all the other pop. It's different from all the pop albums and artists that are out there nowadays, which is why I think it is so good, because it is different, and different is good, at least in my eyes anyway. It's fun to kind of, it's just fun to do something different for once, and a lot of pop music, to me, it really does sound the same, to be honest. But Charli XCX, at least with this album, really did something unique and different. And so True Romance is a pretty good album. I'd probably recommend it. And then we get to her latest album, Sucker. And this one is my favorite Charli XCX album. I like it a lot better than True Romance. Not that True Romance was bad or anything, but I just prefer this one a bit more. This one is a bit more traditional pop, honestly. But even still, it still doesn't sound like the modern pop artists that you hear. It's still unique. And what I think is really interesting about Charli XCX is that her vocal style, honestly, it really reminds me of Gwen Stefani, honestly. And I actually do like Gwen Stefani, so it's definitely a good thing. And some great songs on here. I mean, just really good. The opening track, Sucker, the title track, great, stuff like that. And Break the Rules was, I believe, the big single. I believe that, or Boom Clap, which I think Boom Clap was on like the Fault in Our Stars soundtrack or something like that. I think it was for a movie, I think. But that song's good as well. London Queen is not only my favorite song on the Sucker album, I think it's my favorite Charli XCX song ever. I mean, I just really like it. And I really kind of like the kind of punkish kind of vibe it goes for. It's kind of rock-ish vibe, that it has. And so that's probably my favorite one out of all of them. And Doing It is really good as well. She also did another version with the singer called Rita Ora. And I'm not sure which one I like better, honestly. I mean, I like both of them, really, so. Famous is also really good as well. Yeah, she's actually a really good pop artist. So that's pretty much it for the Charli XCX retrospective. As I said, it was going to be a bit of a short episode because she only had 2 albums, so there wasn't really that much to talk about. But yeah, overall, I do like Charli XCX. I think she is one of the few modern pop artists that is really good and is doing something, different and unique with her sound, her pop sound. So I do like her, and I'm really interested to see what else she's going to do. So that's it for the Melmet Podcast, and I will see you all next time.